What a great day this is going to be. I'm excited about having you help us here in the Senator's office. We've got some great things going on, and this gives us an opportunity to have you with us today to learn more about what goes on in the Senator's office. So come on in. It's going to be a fun-filled day. When Colonel Spaulding came to my office in the Senate chambers and asked me to do something about how we can stop the loss of 180 troopers per year, we took a deep dive. We found that we were losing them because we weren't paying them enough. And because of that, it was costing the state $20,500,000 a year. We're able to take $10 million of that money and give it to our troopers and save the state $10,500,000. So effective October 1st, each trooper, depending on how long they've served our state, will get a 20 to 25% raise. And I'm so proud that we've been able to give them a living wage for the work that they do. Here in Volusia County, we are so privileged to have our own Air One, and in fact, we have 3 Air Ones. So we always have helicopters ready to go. This particular one is outfitted, as they all are when they're in service, with a way to transport a patient. So this chopper can be used as a medical besides traffic patrol and looking for lost people. We're going to talk about drones in a little bit and see how they can support this type of a piece of equipment. So I'm so proud that we have 3 of these, and in Brevard County, which is also my district, also has 3 helicopters. So we're very fortunate. Our citizens are protected not only on the ground, but in the air. We learned that in the state of Florida, it was illegal for police departments, sheriff's offices, any law enforcement agency to use a drone in the pursuit of law enforcement. I thought that was ridiculous. We're in the 21st century. So we have drones in the trunks of a lot of these squad cars, and when they're out in their areas, they can deploy those drones in a matter of seconds. Like this particular drone that's going to lift off here, and it's going to be able to go up, it's going to be able to capture video, and it's going to be able to support the ground team with that video so they know what's exactly going on and what they can see. And I think it's important for our law enforcement to have that immediate response. We just took photographs of Air One, which is a marvelous machine. But Air One sits at the airport until it's needed. The drones can be airborne within 1 minute. By the time we warm up the chopper, it goes airborne and it travels possibly across the county. Then we may be too late. So we can use these drones for immediate response and let the Air One ship come and take over if need be, if it's a long distance run. So I'm so proud that we've been able to do that for all law enforcement agencies. While the fish and game people can use it, fire departments can use it to send in a drone to see if it's even a safe structure before they send in fire personnel and have it collapse on them. These drones can be replaced. Law enforcement officers are priceless. And I think that we've done a good thing to make sure that it's legal for our men and women that serve us every day to have the tools they need to protect us and them at the same time.
This is the Sheriff's Office Bearcat. It's our armored personnel carrier. It's basically a F550 frame. It's got a Power Stroke turbo diesel, 6.7 liter. It creates 440 horsepower, and the Bearcat weighs about 17,550 pounds. It says it fits 12. I've seen as many as 16 to 17 operators in there at one time. And we utilize it for anything as far as any of our search warrants, any of our call outs, anything that we feel like we need armored for, we'll take that as a vehicle.
So as your senator, I am so proud to be able to represent all of you at great things like ribbon cuttings, talking to large groups, accepting awards, and hanging out with the wonderful men and women of our military. This is at a new base. Additionally, we get to be with law enforcement, helping them to earn our trust, hanging out with old legislators and new, my wife at our desk in the chambers, and also watching that puppy watch his master. So ladies and gentlemen, here's Bethune-Cookman, the kids from the Boys and Girls Club we just gave a check to, City of Ocoee Fire Department, and the list goes on and on. Delegation meetings, and yes, handing out checks, and 150 bicycles we gave away here to these sweet little boys and girls. In June of 2021, thousands of trucks descended on the greater Volusia County area, and they came to mess things up. And this is the example of what happened in our particular area. Fights with people they didn't even know, urinating on public streets, beating each other up, tearing up parking lots, stopping traffic, shooting guns whenever they wanted to. So we went to the legislation at the request of 21 law enforcement agencies, and we were able to pass our special events zone legislation to give our law enforcement officers the tools they needed to be able to make a difference and to keep control of our streets. So I'm proud to say in June of 2022, when these trucks decided to come back, we wrote 1,500 citations. We arrested 80 of them, and we happily relocated 70 of their vehicles to our impound lot. Hey, we're here with Volusia County's finest canine officers, and starting to sprinkle here a little bit, so we're going to make it short. But it's men and companions like this that we need to take care of. We discovered in the legislature that there was no protection for our canine four-legged friends, and so we changed the law that allows us to punish anyone that harms, injures, or kills a four-legged officer, whether it be a dog, a horse, whatever it may be in the service of our law enforcement agencies. It's now a second-class 15-year minimum penalty, and I'm proud to be able to support that bill and bring it all the way home for them. We also discovered that when these canine officers are off duty, these dogs are part of their family, and they take them home. And when it's time for them to retire, they need to retire safely and comfortably and healthfully. So we actually funded a large pool of money that they can tap when they are retired dogs and they need medical care, rather than taking it away from their income that they need for their families. That will provide them the money and the food that they need to take care of these dogs for the remainder of their lives. So another thing I'm very proud of is to be able to support and run that legislation. So we're just here honoring these men and thanking them for their service. And as I like to say always, make sure you guys are safe, come home safe, because your families and us are all counting on you. So I appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
And if I can shake your hand, I know sometimes the dogs don't like that, so I want to be careful. But thank you very much for letting me be here today with you.
Yes,
Appreciate what you do.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
You know, one of the great things with our Senator Tom Wright, not only is he one of the hardest working people in the state Senate, probably in the state of Florida, is when he sees a problem, you bring a problem to his attention, he does everything he can to try to save it. Back in 2020, we were 80 deputies down. Between not being able to recruit and COVID, the model just wasn't working to keep Volusia County safe. I went to the senator, stated my plight, and said, I got an idea. And the senator said, we can get that into motion. He was able to get to the governor to allow us to have our own police academy. But to have your own police academy, you got to fund it. And he was able to go out, and on this wall, you can see all of the businesses and form a private-public partnership that enabled us to go out and hire 63 brand new deputies, educate them, train them, pay them a decent wage, give them great equipment, invest in them so that they're going to be here forever. So I'm proud to say, because of the senator's effort, we went from 80 vacancies down to about 12. And it's all because of the way he took this problem. He worked with us, interjected great fresh ideas in your energy and passion for law enforcement, and here we are today. I'm Volusia Sheriff Mike Chitwood, and I am proud to endorse Tom Wright for re-election to the Florida Senate. Tom is one of the hardest working senators in the state of Florida, and I know
because when it comes to issues with public safety, Tom is the first one to call me. Whether it's working with safety for our canines, even after they retire, working on the ability for them to have medical care and food to help offset the handler's care, whether it was starting an academy to help us out, or whether it was working to raise the pay of FHP, Florida Highway Patrol, who are grossly underpaid. Whatever the issue, Tom is there fighting for all the residents in the state of Florida.
So we're here with Chief Jakari Young. It's so great to be with you, sir.
Good to see you again, sir, as always.
Thank you so much. So have you had the opportunity yet to take advantage of any of the $5,000 bonuses that the state offers?
Not just yet. You know, we've had our issues as far as recruitment, but that is a huge help. We're trying to work through some logistics over at City Hall.
Okay.
Because our budget is set up a little bit differently than the Sheriff's Office, but we're still extremely grateful that it is an option.
Good.
But we have a few more hurdles that we have to jump through as a municipality in order to be able to access that. But, you know, just what you've done, it's just been a huge help. It's been a huge help. And then the $1,000, we got that last year. It was a huge help to the cops. So to see that coming again, it's really boosting morale, and it's showing that Florida supports law enforcement, especially this county. So we're blessed.
I appreciate that. You know, I'm very lucky as a senator to be able to have the great governor that we do. And there will be no defunding of any police at all.
Right,
and we're doing everything we can think of to make sure that they're getting taken care of what they need.
Exactly.
So I'm really glad for you. I know we lost Jason Rayner a little over a year ago, and that was really a sad time. And that's tough to get over.
But I got to commend you for that, because you were literally in my back pocket throughout that entire experience. And I think that is the worst experience I've had as a police chief, only being a police chief 7 months when that happened. But the support from you and the support from some others, it really did a lot as far as just alleviating some of the burden on me, and not just me in the police department, but also his family.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I really appreciate you taking time today just to visit with me. We're sharing all this with our constituents to show them what the senators do, and I'm dedicated to helping our law enforcement officers statewide, but I especially enjoy helping our officers right here in my backyard.
Hey, we appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Chief. Thank you. I want to thank the chief here today for allowing me to come. We're standing in front of a couple of his brand new cruisers with a fantastic red, white, and blue paint job, all patriotic, all American. I just want to say to those that are watching, isn't that great? It's really great. The people that are watching, I'm a lucky senator, very lucky to be a senator for our great Governor Ron DeSantis. We do not defund any police departments. We fund them, we support them, whatever they need. And you know, we have a $5,000 signing bonus for those agencies that need that help. We also have $1,000 per year. We gave EMS, police, fire checks last year. There's checks coming again this year. And I just want to put that out there, that when you live in the great state of Florida, you're living in the freest state in the United States. And we're pretty darn lucky to live right here with a great police department that keeps us safe, with the men and women in the military that keep us safe overseas, and to be able to live in this free state. So thank you very much for what you do, Chief.
Thank you, Senator. If you don't mind, I just want to add to that, because you know, I haven't been a chief for quite 2 years yet, but it's just been my experience in dealing with some that are in political office that they're usually just talk and very little action, but it's always been my experience with you that you are a man of action.
Thank you, sir.
And I appreciate that more than you realize, because it's been a rough year and a half just for me, but you've been there, you've been in my back pocket the entire time, and I just can't thank you enough. I appreciate
You're a good man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have a new war museum located at the intersection of Peninsula and Vermont in Daytona Beach. It is staffed by all volunteers. We have things on display from as far back as the Revolutionary War. You should stop by, see this museum, and please leave a donation. It runs on donations. You will be impressed with how beautiful it is. Did you know that located in Daytona Beach is one of our 9 veterans state-owned nursing homes. The Emory L. Bennett VA nursing home here is a 120-bed nursing home, and it only had 71 veterans, and the reason was we weren't paying our staff enough. So Senator Burgess and myself went to our great Governor Ron DeSantis, asked him to do a deep dive, and he was able to find us $40 million, which we shared with Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, who then immediately went out and started hiring and giving raises to all our existing staff. Today, all of our nursing homes are near capacity, and we're so proud that we're doing the right thing for those veterans that have given so much to keep us free. We're just about into the rain period here on this beautiful evening. I'm here at City Center Fire Station. It's the most busiest station in the city of Port Orange. I wanted to bring to your attention what we're doing in the state legislature. With our fire EMS personnel, whether they're on the trucks or they're on the ambulances, they all got a $1,000 bonus last year, and they're all getting a $1,000 bonus this year. Now, unlike our police departments and law enforcement where we get a $5,000 signing bonus, I'm proposing legislation this year that will encourage our fire departments throughout the entire state to be able to resource their personnel that they need, that they may be short on, from other states, and give them also a $5,000 signing bonus. But whatever you do, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that when you see these men and women in these big trucks, pull over. Just because it's a 4-lane doesn't mean that you get half and they get half. Pull over, let them safely pass, because they might be going to your home. So thank you very much for listening. Wow, what a great day we had, huh? What a great day. Let me get us locked up here. So, I hope you enjoyed your day here, being Senator Assistant for the day. It was a wonderful day. We got a lot of good things done today. And I just want to remind everybody to make sure you vote this year. It's always important to vote. No matter who you vote for, make sure you vote. Don't take the big red wave that we hear is coming and assume you can stay home because someone else will vote for you. You need to be going to the polls and you need to vote. So we look forward to seeing you again next time, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Senator Wright.
We appreciate everything you do for us, sir.